What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video of our Start Cut Bench series. Today we're doing it on the top Bantamweight prospects. I'm not saying these are the top three prospects in the Bantamweight division. It was very hard for me to select just three, but these are the three guys that I went with. First off, we have the everybody's next champion, Peyton Talbot. One of the Bachelorette brothers, Farid Bachelorette, and the Peruvian undefeated sensation, Daniel Marcos. I'm not going to waste anybody's time. We already know Peyton Talbot is the real deal, so he will be starting for me today. As much as we love hot takes on this channel, I'm not going to be the guy to pick against Peyton Talbot, especially when the criteria for these beaters is basically just crack the rankings. Although I do see Peyton Talbot as a contender, I'm not really sure if I'm ready to crown him champion. He looks very good from what we've seen, very calm, genius, high IQ, great with a great chin. I don't think he's very defensively sound. I think he relies a little bit too much on his chin and his camp. I don't really know what to make of it. I don't think it's a very good gym. But I'm not going to be the guy to pick against Peyton Talbot. No way. I know, if you picked against him, and he makes it, everybody's expecting it, so you don't look as bad. And if you pick against him and he fails, you're going to look like a genius. But that's not really the approach I'm trying to go there. Besides, I believe in Peyton Talbot. Next up, we are cutting Daniel Marcos. Believe it or not, this was a very hard choice here for me. That's why I went with Daniel Marcos. I know there were I don't think there's like a lot of other prospects, but I chose him because he's undefeated and he's very, 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 very high level striker. Just for pure technical abilities, I think he's the best striker out of these three. I don't think any of these three I don't think Bachelorette or Tal would beat him in a, point striking fucking kickboxing match. But this is MMA at the end of the day, so I have to cut Mr. Marcos here. Although it wouldn't surprise me if he finds his way into the rankings, because he is very good, highly skilled, and we've seen that he is good enough to defend takedowns where a grappler won't just be able to take him down and keep him there. And on the feet, he's very dangerous, great kicks, good knees and elbows. The guy is very talented, but I don't think he has a higher ceiling than the best of the Bachelorette brothers, Farid, who will be riding our bench tonight on this video. By benching him, does not mean I actually see top 10 potential in this man. I think he's the much better fighter between him and his brother. I'm not only saying that because he's the one that's still undefeated. I think he's a better striker, and I love the way he fights, relentless pressure. I actually see top 10 in him. I'm not willing to go as far and say that he has a higher ceiling than Peyton Talbot, because I really believe that Peyton Talbot's like true ceiling is to be champion. Could Farid Basharat do that? Maybe. But if you go back and watch both of these brothers fights, either Javid or Farid, and you turn off the commentary, okay? Turn off that commentary, because we know the UFC what's the UFC's what the UFC is trying to do. We know what they are trying to do. They're trying to hype up these guys that look like people from a certain region of the world that the UFC is pushing for this sport to blow up over there. So we get a lot of glazing from the commentators, especially the fights that we've seen them on the Apex. Michael Bisping, Paul Felder. We know how those guys work, how they operate. They know how to be good boys. They know that if they don't do what the UFC tells them to do, they'll get fired, and they need that money because they're former fighters who have been underpaid their whole careers, and they need the job, basically. I don't care that Michael Bisping was champion. He needs the money, okay? God, I despise those two so much. They're the worst commentators the UFC has. I would rather listen to Laura Sanko, honestly. But that's not what we're talking about today. If you go back and watch, turn off the commentary, and for a moment you forget about all the hype that these two have. All of the glazing, all of the hype you hear on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, whatever you hear about these guys, how they're so good. And you just watch the fight on mute. They're not that good. Like, they're good. I think Javid Basharat is... I don't think he cracks the rankings. If he didn't look like the way he did, the UFC wouldn't push for him like at all. I don't think he's very good. For Reed, on the other hand, who we have here, I think he's good. He's not as good as other people have you believe, and honestly, I'm tired of that. Especially on the broadcasting team, I'm tired of someone else's, the UFC, telling me what we are supposed to see. Okay? A la Tabitha Ricci, Angela Hill fight. Okay? You were not watching a barn burner. I even saw some guys that they were recapping the event. They were talking about, oh my God, that was such a good fight, non-stop moving forward. It was a barn burner. No, it wasn't. Like, yes, they were in the pocket, and I appreciate that for a women's fight. I really do. But that wasn't a barn burner fight, okay? But that's a whole nother topic that I'll probably make a video one day. So today, for the recap, these three bantamweight prospects, I'm starting Peyton Talbot, okay? I'm benching Farid Basharat, and I'm cutting Daniel Marcos. That is going to be the end of the video. If you made it this far, I appreciate if you leave a like. Subscribe if you are not subscribed, and tell me if you agree or disagree with me on the comments down below. I think this is a very easy start bench cut. I don't think anybody will be disagreeing with me here. I think this is pretty straightforward, but regardless, I want to know what you have to say on the comments below. I'll see you on the next video. Stay blessed.